folks, my name is Steven and welcome back to my channel Trading Chain. In today's video we're going to be doing Thinkorswim tutorials part 3. We're going to be covering the Market Watch and the Charts tab with all of their sub-tabs underneath, as you can see right here. We're going to be starting with the Quotes tab. The Quotes tab will help you make a watch list in a more easier way, and you will be able to see more information here. For example, if I go to the side panel, as you can see right here, this is where it's found. Just by clicking this arrow right here, or triangle, you will be able to open up the side panel. And I've covered the side panel in my first tutorial, but not that thoroughly. So you can feel free to watch a YouTube video about the side panel that talks everything that it has. So to add a gadget, I will go to the plus sign right here. I'll go to the plus sign on the bottom and it will say add gadget. Then I'll click on watch list after it opens up this gray box. So now, as you can see, I will select the watch list by going right to the right of the watch list area and click select watch list, and then I'll go to lovers and losers, analysis upgrade, stretch it out so I can see all the stocks. So these are all the stocks for this watch list, and for some traders this might not be that good to see because it is very small and you can't see a lot of information. You can only see the last, net change, bid, and ask price, and the symbol. So this isn't the most useful way to do it. So I'm going to collapse the side panel, and we're going to be focusing our attention onto the quotes sub-tab. So to add a watch list, I'm going to click select watch list right under the quotes section, go to lovers and losers, and then click analysis upgrade. And you'll be able to see, I can see all of the stocks right here and a lot more information, as you can see. So I can see the symbol, the description, the quote trend, last, net change, bid, bid size, ask size, volume, open, high, low, 52-week high and 52-week low for the stock. So for example, Bath and Body Works Incorporation, under the symbol BBWI. It's a quote trend. This is a complicated matter. Not a lot of traders can use it, but it can be helpful in some ways. So the last price that the stock closed at, which is $36.23. Not change. So today it went up 37 cents. Bid $36.20. Bid size 5, and for the bid sizes, it's in ask sizes, it's always times 100. So instead of being 5 shares, this is actually 500 shares. Now the ask, which is 36.86, and ask size, which is 1 or 100, volume, open, high, low, and close, and then the 52-week low and the 52-week high. So this is way more information is shown right here than if I go to the side panel and I'll only be able to see this. So I'm going to remove this by going here to the bullets with information menu, clicking on it, and then clicking delete gadget and collapsing the side panel. So now, if you want to make your own type of watch list, I'm first going to go to current account positions, which is what it was at, and now I'm going to go right here to the top right section and click the second option right here. I'm gonna click it, and then you'll be able to see create watch list. And it's right in this row under the sub-tabs row. So now I'm going to click create watch list, and then I'm going to make a watch list name. So this watch list name is going to be YouTube video watch list. And then I'm going to enter a few symbols like Nvidia, click enter. Apple, click enter. Amazon, click enter. Google, click enter. And Palantir, and I'm gonna click enter, and I'm gonna save this. So now if I also want to add something without making a new watch list, all I'll have to do is go right under the last symbol that was written and click the new row, and then I'm gonna write any stock. So Elite Pharmaceuticals. So this isn't a stock, so wait. We can do any stock like BTAI ticker symbol, which is BioXcel Therapeutics, just a random ticker. And now it's on here, and I added the new stock to the list. So now you can see that we added a lot of these stocks right here, and we can see a lot of information for them. And now, since we are finished with the clothes tab, we're going to go on to the alerts tab. And the alerts tab, it shows you alerts, and this section right here, the top section where it says paper money simulated trading, enter a symbol above to create price alert. It looks very similar to the trade all products sub-tab and analyze add simulated trades tab. So for example, if I write the ticker Amazon, click enter, you will be able to see I can see an options chain right here. And this is the same thing as in the trade and all products and analyze and add simulated trades sub-tabs. So I'm going to be covering this very quickly, and you can watch my previous 2 videos about Thinkorswim to learn how they looks like. So this is some basic information about the stock. This is the trade grid where you can access up to 32 of these grids, but I'm gonna keep it at 3. And now the options chain, which just shows options. They're like days, strike prices, and more complicated things that you will not need to know as a beginner. So I'm going to collapse this and a little bit more information about options. So now this is some basic option information like delta, gamma, theta, vega, profit and loss from the open on the option, of course, profit and loss for the day also on the option, and then buying power effect, so how much it cost you. So it could cost like $500, $300, $720, anything. It can be any amount, depending on what option you buy. So now the alert book, it has to do with alerts. So to make an alert, I'm going to go onto the trades tab, and we're already on Amazon, and I'm going to make an alert. So say I want to make an alert at $217.52. I'm gonna right click when I find that price, go all the way down to create alert, and this window will pop up with the price. And if you get like 43 cents, all you can do is like change it back to 52 cents and do that. You can also make a note on the alert, make at or above, at or below, below and above. So I'm gonna keep it at or above. And then you can also change the sound and test it out, which I'm not going to be doing. And then I'm gonna click create, and I made an alert at $217.52. If the stock goes above 200 that price, then I'll receive an alert with the sound, or I can choose a different kind of alert, like a text message. So now I'm gonna go back to the Market Watch tab, and you can see we have one alert on context, Amazon, ticker symbol, source, price condition, group, and alert ID, and sent, so what time it was sent. The options status active, so it's currently on, it's currently working. For notes, I'm gonna say I want to make a note. All I have to do is click to add note, alert on Amazon with market blah 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 blah, and I'm going to write for video. Click save, and we have notes for video, status active and action 0. So say I want to remove the alert because Amazon stock crashed all the way down to $212 and now it's not that effective. I'm going to go back to the trade tab, remove the alert, go back to the market watch tab, and then I will be able to see that this status is canceled. So now it's not working at all. And we finished with the alerts tab. So we're going to go on to the visualize tab. The visualize tab, it's a heat map if you've ever heard of them. And heat maps are like maps that show heat. So for example, if the stock is up for the day 5%, it will show what type of green it is. So for example, Nvidia went up 3.97% today, which makes it seen as like this light green color. The more the stock went up today, the more green it is. So if a stock dumped a lot today, like NTAP, which fell down 15.57%, which is a considerable chunk of stock price, this will be shown in this bright red, as you can see right there. If a stock was like at 0% or something close to it, it will be this dull color. So for example, Alphabet Corporation went up 1.18%, which makes it almost at 0% up today. So it's this dullish green color, as you can see right there. And you can also change the type of indice there is by going to Dow Jones, which shows 29 stocks, NASDAQ 100, which shows 100 stocks, Russell 2000, 2000 stocks, S&P 100, 100 stocks, and S&P 500, 500 stocks. So these are all the indices. Now I'm going to go to public, and public is like this. So in Thinkorswim, there used to be like challenges, and they made their own watch lists. So these are going to be shown right here. Like for example, Russell 1000, weeklies, penny increment options, 2018 to West challenge, and a bunch more of these watch lists that you can use stocks, which you can use with stocks, which you can find stocks in to trade in or invest. And now I'm going to go to personal. So we just made YouTube video watch list, and these are all the stocks that are that I wrote in here. So I'm going to make a second watch list by going back to the quotes tab, going to the second bullets with information list, clicking create watch list name, YouTube watch list 2. Click make a symbol. So for example, Orgo, TRNR, PMAX, STC, ARBB, and BTAI. Then click save. We will be able to see we have a new watch list. We're going to go back to the visualize tab, click this arrow next to personal, and you'll be able to see YouTube watch list 2. And it looks like healthcare, financials, information technology, and consumer discretionary went up today because all of this is green, surprisingly. So as you can see, we now have different kinds of watch lists right here, and you can change them. So I'm going to collapse this, and we finished with the visualize tab. So let's go to the financing rates tab. I'm going to be covering this very quickly because this is for Forex. But the financing rates tab, it just shows Forex pairs and a little bit of information, like the symbol, the close price, the long swap, long PNL, short swap, and short PNL. You can also change the watch lists right here and change the date with the position size, which is like 10,000 lots, 20,000 lots, 30,000 lots, any size of lots you want. Now we're going to go on to the calendar tab. excuse me. So the calendar tab, it's an interesting tab because it shows the dividends, earnings, conference calls, splits, econo day events, futures liquidation, market drive, and ETF dividends for the current day, week, month, or list. So we're gonna start with the day, and this will show current stock news for Wednesday, January 29th, and we can see this list at the bottom right here. We're also going to go into the week, and as you can see, Wednesday, January 29th was the middle of the week. So if I click on Friday, January 31st, I'll be able to go to a later date, and I'll be able to see some more information about that current day and what's happening. The month, so for the whole current month of January, and what's happening. And the list. So the list, it's probably going to be the most useful, because let's say if I want to find February, which I need to scroll down, you'll be able to see February 2025, and it's not even the 27th yet, so I say I want to go and see what's happening on the 27th date. I'm going to go down. So once I found it, for example, if I'm interested in stock FOXF, I'll be able to see earnings, what time, and a little bit more information about the stock. And I can also change this time. So if I go to June 13th, it's just June, it'll get me back to June. And this is basically it for the calendar. So I'm going to go on the charts tab. Since the chart tab is very similar to the trade tab in the active trader, I'm going to keep this short. But this is the ticker, some more basic information about the stock. These are icons that I'm going to be covering in a later video. Change the grid up to 32, and a little bit more information that you can do here. A few more studies and settings. You can add things to here, like time and sales, active trader, big buttons, options chain, dashboard, level 2, and live news. This is the built-in indicator, which is volume, and this is the chart price. And as you can see, this set to candlestick right here. So now we're going to go on to the flexible grid, and the flexible grid lives up to its name. You can make it more flexible than the charts, because if I wanted to do a layout of this chart being here, this chart being here, but this chart spreading on both of those, you wouldn't be able to do that. You could only do 4 charts. So if I go to flexible grid, go to the waffle, which is right next to the setup, but just a little bit lower. Click that, or it's just above patterns. Click that, and I'll click customize grid. You'll be able to see it right here appear. So I'm gonna make this make that same layout. So I'm gonna do that and that, and as you can see now, you could do 3 charts just like in this layout. So I'm gonna remove them. Unclick the waffle, and everything else is the same here. So now I'm gonna go on to the product depth, and this for options, but it shows implied volatility for the type of options that you would buy and sell. So like long call, long put, short call, and short put. This shows some basic information about implied volatility. You could also change it to futures, and you can also change strikes if you're on options to all, upper open interest, lower implied volatility, and a little bit more information about options. So for today we finished because we talked about the market watch and the charts tab. So folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.